decision time. And get ready for 2 new arrivals.
Shut up!
What's up, baby?
Welcome back to Romance Review TV with Lady T, and I got another recap for you guys. Love Island USA Season 4 Episode 9, and the drama surrounding Timmy continues with new girl Bria and his OG girl Zeta. So we're going to unpack all of this, and we get 2 new male bombshells into the villa. So before we do, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure your notifications are turned on. And also don't forget to like and share. So it left us at a cliffhanger. We had the whole drama beginning yesterday between these two, with Zeta and Timmy calling him out as a liar. Then he was recoupled with Bria due to her brother. And then Serenity recoupled with Chaz due to his sister, which left both Tarzan Tyler and Zeta vulnerable. So they got a text message stating that it was up to the Islanders to make a decision on who gets to stay in the villa, whether it was Tarzan Tyler or Zeta. And for the most part, it seems most of the fans are not happy with Tyler with Serenity. So a lot of folks were saying he needs to go. So what's happening at this point is that all of them are separated, trying to make a decision who to keep, and then they decided to put in their votes. So first up was Deb and Jesse, and they voted for Zeta, so she has 1 vote. And then next up was Sydney and Andy, and they also voted for Zeta. And then we had Felipe and Courtney, and their vote came in as Zeta. And then a 4th vote, which automatically would eliminate unanimously, which came from Isaiah and Maddie. They also voted for Zeta, and she was happy to be saved, which means Tarzan Tyler gets to go home. And of course, he got that infamous text message saying that it's time for him to leave. So, I don't know. It seems like maybe he was close with the OG folks, because they really hate to see him go. One person who did hate to see him go was Serenity, because he was in a coupling with her. And she really liked this guy. Now, I didn't see any chemistry or connection between these two, but hey, maybe she'll have an opportunity with Chaz. But as for Tyler, he is done. He is officially dumped from the island. So now the siblings are getting settled in. We see Chaz having a conversation with the guys about, him being able to make his connection go further, hopefully with Serenity. And then on the other side, we have a very brooding Zeta, because she is upset that she is no longer in that coupling with Timmy. And it seemed like she's devastated by this, even though there was a lot of drama surrounding him yesterday with all of this. And it all started from him saying that, he pretty much had some attraction or was interested in trying to get to know Bria. And it set off this firestorm, plus his reaction to her question of being outside of the villa. So now Timmy decides to try to see how his connection can blossom with Bria. And I mean, it seems like he's trying to tread slowly because at the same time he was upset that she was in the bottom too. And he even said that, he felt really bad and he thought it was due to him that she was in that position. And, I just think that the girl came in and wanted to scoop you up. That's all that was. The thing is, do I think that I honestly think that he's not 100%. I think he's trying to feel his way through this, but it's just crazy to me. So another thing that's going on is Serenity is upset that Tyler is no longer in the villa. This is where we see Chaz come over and really console her. And some of the things that he said was kind of a red flag to me because he went in talking about, I'm going to be here forever, no matter what. And I'm like, dude, y'all only been coupled up for 3 hours? So I thought that was kind of quick. It's sweet if they've been together for a while, but you know the girl for 3 hours and you committing forever already. Then this weird conversation between Felipe and Courtney because he was calling Timmy out by saying all this is a game. Now this conversation is going to come back to bite him and we'll talk about that later. We see Isaiah and Courtney holding hands trying to talk to each other because she's pretty much done with Andy and all this is going on with him turned the other way behind his back. So the next morning, Zeta decides to get a jump start, get up, get out ahead of everybody and make coffee. She tried speaking to Timmy. He did not respond. That was crazy. Her and Bria was like, good morning, all cold and dry. It was an interesting scenario, to say the least. But she is trying really hard to get in where she fit in with these girls. They're not really feeling the situation, especially what's going on with Zeta and Timmy. But in the meantime, we see Chaz really trying to get his good foot on, or however you want to say that, when it comes to Serenity. So he makes her breakfast. While they're having their conversation, while he's cooking this surprise breakfast, she's telling him how she feels that she misses Tarzan and that she is, though, happy to be able to try to explore this connection with Chaz. And honestly, in my opinion, I hope this blossom into something. I mean, I think he need to slow his words down when it comes to the whole forever idea. We ain't there yet, bro. But at least he's trying to make some brownie points with this surprise breakfast. And looked like he did score some points with that because she was really happy, especially with the treatment that he was giving her. And he called her his black queen. And, he wanted to make sure that she, felt better, got a little bit of sustenance. And she was smiling from ear to ear. So we'll see how this all works out when it comes to, Chaz and her. But flipping back to Courtney, Courtney wasn't feeling this whole thing what Felipe told her last night about the whole thing about this is only a game and that we're all playing a game. And she's wondering whether that statement is a red flag because of the fact that is he taking it just as seriously as he claimed Timmy is not taking it seriously. So she needed a little bit more clarity on that. And I don't blame her because if you trying to couple up when we building something, but you like, oh, we all playing a game, I can understand why she feel that way. So then we got Timmy having another conversation with Bria. And Timmy is telling Bria that he actually needs to have a conversation with Zeta because of the way that the situation went down. And they had a little bit of a little tiff right before all of this happened. So they did have a conversation. And yeah, I think he made it worse because he said that I want to really explore this with Bria. But at the same time, I want to be able to have you to be able for us to not give up on it. And I'm here for you in so many words. And she was like, your word means absolutely nothing to me at this point. I don't even trust you at this point. And honestly, after him not being honest about her question of life outside of the villa, I mean, granted, he might have saw it too soon, but he should have been honest about that. Now, with exploring connections, that's what this is about. So, I understand she feels some kind of way, but all of them have the opportunity to explore connections. Then we have Andy, who is now trying to backtrack with Maddie, because Maddie said he burnt bridges by, trying to get involved with Sydney. And now she looked like she's open, but I don't think that door is open 100%, because she's not finna let him slide that easy, especially after everything that is happening. Deb and Jesse seem to be doing fine. Deb is happy about the fact that everything is going on really smoothly with Jesse. So nothing there. They really didn't get a lot in this episode as, scenes wise. Just the fact that, checking in the status with these two. So then this is where it gets dicey, because Bria decided that she want to talk this thing out with Zeta and wonder why Zeta is mad at her when this was a situation where she made a choice. And Zeta was like, well, it's not like this just dropped in your lap or you got him by default. You already knew that you had an interest in him, and you knew that he was coupled up with me. Now, here's why I didn't get that part with Zeta, because that's how this show runs. There is a chance that somebody could break up a coupling. It was bound to happen. If it wasn't her, it could have been somebody else that it would have still broken up a couple. But she was pissed, and I mean, it creates drama, I guess, for entertainment. But at the end of the day, I don't know why they're both fighting over Timmy, because Timmy got issues. I've already discussed that. But at the same time, this is circular dating on a dating experiment. So she got up and walked away. And Timmy is watching this from afar. And I'm like, dude, you trying to play two in the middle. And these girls are pissed off at each other, when at least you got to at least give them something to be pissed off about. The quality of what you're giving them is trash. Anyway, so the siblings decide to kind of deliberate to see how everything is going. But like he said the same thing that I just said, that we were going to break up somebody's coupling. So it wasn't going to be an easy situation for either of us, because these folks were already coupled up and we came in and broke that up. So now we have the clarity that she wants to get, meaning Courtney, from Felipe about that whole, this is just a game. And he was like, well, wait a minute. I was saying Timmy was playing the game, not me. I really like the connection that I have with you. So she was happy and content with that answer. But it's something to consider, because in his head, he thinks it's a game. So Zeta gets a text message saying that the girls is going to host a welcome party for the new coming guys. Take a look.
I'm Bryce. I'm 30 years old, and I'm an Italian stallion looking to take on the villa. And I'm not going to allow bro code to get in the way of me finding that with that girl.
I'm Jeff, 25. The guys in the villa should be intimidated by me because I'm coming in to take their girl.
So our two new male bombshells are Jeff and Bryce. One is not backing down. He's going to intimidate. And the other one don't believe in bro code. So this should be real interesting, to say the least. And I think the drama is finally ramping up, because it started out kind of slow in the beginning. And because everything looks a little bit different on this particular network, I didn't know what to expect. So it's looking like it's about to really start getting good. Let me know what you guys think. But check out what's happening in tomorrow's episode.
The new boys.
Obviously, you've been watching the show, right?
I see some snakes in here though.
Girls or boys?
Some boys.
Really?
Shake things up.
So look like the tables have turned, especially on Timmy. So we'll see how that all plays out. So I hope you enjoyed this recap of episode number 9, Love Island USA season 4. And until the next video, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to like and share. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.